Hey guys, and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I have briefly talked about the next two patches, 2.6.1 and 2.6.2 before in the news, but I wanted to take more of a deeper look at the 2.6.1 patch, seeing that we've got the schedule report for it now, and it does address some major issues. We'll also briefly talk about 2.6.1 as well. 2.6.1 is intended to be a bug fix polish patch, not a major content patch, focusing on player experience. It does, however, address a wide range of additions and issues. That patch is currently planned to go onto the PTU as early as the 6th of February, with a live build planned currently as early as the 16th of February. And you can see the latest dates for all of that and any issues and blockers that kind of hit on the road, which gets updated every Friday on robertspaceindustries.com/schedule-report. Links to all of that in the description. There are, however, some pretty major bug fixes and improvements for 2.6.1. If I mention something here, as like a statement, it is planned to be fixed in 2.6.1, rather than saying this is an issue for. Various crashes and infinite black screens and hangs, they've been fixed. In regards to lobbies and in kind of general gameplay, parties will now be returned to a lobby once as a group, once they've finished a game. Players will also be able to enter games as pure spectators now. This is via the new camera system, and they've added persistent save and load to those cameras as well between game sessions, so that you can spectate, but you don't have to constantly save new cameras. Adding the current website-based leaderboards into the game as well, that's going in. For Arena Commander, killed pirates and Pirate Swarm will no longer appear twice in the feed. Best lap times across multiple players in race mode were inconsistent, so they fixed that. And Pirate Swarm aces are getting more powerful by getting extra weapons. They are getting the more powerful or most powerful weapons in the game. In some cases, they're going to make Pirate Swarm a lot harder, basically. Star Marine. So, fixes to scopes and weapon sights that have been plaguing us for a while since 2.6. That's in. They also are increasing the damage output of the shotgun and sniper rifle. Dead players were previously able to capture control points. They're adding the ability to change the loadout of your character in between respawns in Star Marine as well. The audio corruption during multiplayer matches is also being fixed. And there's going to be layout and level changes to improve balance between team spawn points. So that could also just mean that they tweak where the spawn points are very slightly, or move barrels and crates around and that sort of stuff. Grenades. So we are getting a visual indicator to mark the position of thrown grenades, and thrown grenade impacts now have audio. Ship balance. After feedback for 2.6.0, further changes needed to be made to the speeds of ships in SCM mode to create a wider spread for ships' particular given roles. So we're going to see a slightly more diverse spread of SCM speeds. Boost fuel consumption tweaks are also going in, intended to make fuel more of an expendable commodity that has to be managed. For me, those two things there are things I directly wanted, and I think hopefully that should make people a lot happier. It certainly changes that I wanted there. All Auroras can now equip a size 2 missile rack. They fixed animations with the caterpillars, and they fixed issues with vehicles falling through floors. They've also fixed various things with missiles. More primarily in regards to ships. The missile warning symbols not disappearing from the HUDs have now been fixed. And they also are allowing max afterburn on all axes now, allowing the ability basically to reach max afterburn speeds on all ships' axes while strafing, but at a reduced acceleration rate is the idea there at the moment, and that will be going into ship balance. Ship weapons. They are increasing the health of mounts and weapons as they were getting destroyed too easily in ship combat. Weapon projectiles will have varied speeds across the game, but they are trying to bring them slightly more in line, bringing pips closer together, as they were a bit too extremely offset in 2.6. Missiles. So there's, as I said, there was a couple of fixes for missiles. Missiles weren't inheriting velocity from ships, and they were travelling erratically, and the POV cam wasn't immediately deactivating when releasing the missile button, but now it is. Networking. So this is probably the most major changes, and for me, the most major intention of patch 2.6.1. Desynchronizations being fixed. This is a major issue in Star Marine that needed to be addressed. Now, desynchronization in general may still plague the game slightly, but this is like the major desynchronization that we're seeing in Star Marine and occasionally in Arena Commander and stuff like that. So at least they'll be improving that. Bind cunning, serialized variables, and message ordering. These are all network improvements with the intention to allow more efficiency between the server and the client and optimize bandwidth and that sort of stuff. Better network things and better network code. Issues with the general instance manager and general fixes to improve overall network stability are in. Client disconnections and memory leaks. Lots of fixes across the board there. There is a little tiny bit of content and various pretty firing improvements. The Super Hornet update is coming in with this one, bringing it in line with the visual model improvements already made to the rest of the Hornet series. And they've been improving various ship and environment levels of detail as well, so we should notice a little bit of an improvement there. Improvements to audio throughout the game as well. That is it, kind of, for the major plans for 2.6.1, and it's going to be released pretty soon, effectively, as we've seen. Go check out the schedule report if you want to see exact internal dates. I say exact, their current thinkings for internal dates and release schedules. Then that's what that schedule report is there for the next patch to come out. They say, this is our internal plan, these do change. 2.6.2, though, will also have some important additions. Anything that does not make it into 2.6.1 will get pushed to 2.6.2. But also, specifically, they are after getting multi-regional servers with the Amazon Web Services backbone that they now have in. We are being plagued by poor pings and latency in Star Citizen. If you're in Australia, for example, it's hell to play. You have a ping of over 300 in some cases. So having more servers local to us and more servers in general will just help with that. The mega map as well is going to be in there. This enables us to jump between game sessions and different modules quickly without load times. And those additions to 2.6.2 hopefully should come on pretty quick after 2.6.1, but again, we'll have to wait and see after 2.6.1 is deployed. Anyway, guys, although 2.6.1 isn't a major content drop, it does address some major issues and heralds the way for better server coverage and better networking in general. I am looking forward to having Star Marine and Arena Commander play like standalone, polished games, and this may be a step closer to that too, and a step closer to being able to play tournaments and stuff like that without major issues and bullshittery. Anyway, guys, commenting on any of our Star Citizen content during a given month gives you a chance to win a ship during January. That's an Avenger Titan. Remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I will see you in the verse.